Bro, fam, what's good, bros? Alrighty, we're live. I am in a very good mood. I don't have that much energy, even though it sounds like I do. Oh god, I think I just opened Microsoft Word. I did. Okay, let's ignore that for now. I'll close it later. But I was out with my boys, just fucking chilling, watching Rick and Morty. So I kind of drained my social battery a little bit. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to stream, you see. First was good, Mercy. My guy. Alright, let me put you on the game. Oh god, please load the game. Okay, alright. So, before anything else, don't fucking spill it, Tim. That shit hot. I got me coffee. I love this shit. It's too hot right now because it's fresh out of the Keurig that my sister gave me. Keurigs make shit fucking boiling. Shit hurt. We might as well start this though, because this is a very nice game. It's not everybody's cup of tea per se, but the shit busted for me. Last time, if I remember correctly, we were riding a train to a city and someplace. We were going somewhere to find a place called Ember Mist. The place that we were going just happened to be nearby Ember Mist. Ember Mist being the home of some scientist or magician or some guy who knows how to fucking help me with what I'm doing, which I'm not actually sure what I'm doing, but it's fine. Oh, I should probably turn off my Discord messages, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, the sun shines brightly through the window and splashes on my face like a fucking disgusting fantasy. Yeah, why is it splashing? That's the question. Forcing me awake, though. My God. Leon and Amelia are both already awake, but Zach still has his head down as if he's still asleep. But Zach being Zach, I can't exactly tell. And I decided to look outside. I have to squint a bit, you know? My eyelids are effective at making my eyes not see. And so, when I squint at the sky, and I just realized how fucking long did I sleep? You know, what time is it, guys? What's going on? Shit, again? Thought I fixed my sleep schedule. I'm sleeping past some noon? We slept through all of it. Rihanna giggles at my alarm. Positive? Okay. But where's the pink-haired one? Pinky. Fucking. Jack gradually wakes up, and we all make sure we have all of our things. After a way, I may have been the fucky. I muted the game. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's fine now. I fixed it before we got more than 5 minutes in. It's fine. After another hour or two, the train stops and announces our arrival to Bazada. The sun hangs high in the sky, as you can see by the endless darkness. But it hangs high in the sky as one by one we step off the train. As soon as I set foot in the city, I'm assaulted by the sound of voices. Ah, God, it's a market city. Disgusting. People. Makeshift stalls line the sides of roads and alleys as people pack the streets. The traders entice onlookers to view their wares, and customers haggle in heated shouting matches. Keep it fucking down! it's really annoying when you're trying to just have a pleasant walk through a city you don't want to be in. You just hear two people shouting over whether you should lower the price of a cucumber or not. Are we going to have to travel through that? I blanch at the thought of getting trapped amidst the sea of people. See all those fucking people? You see all these people? No, I can't. But that's besides the point. I'd hate to be trapped in the sea of those people. You know, it's like sardines in a frickin' can out there.
We have arrived in Basada.
I can see that. So, where is this? Where we'll be finding Ember Mist?
No, as I said, it is the closest city to Ember Mist.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that now. Considering the puzzle of the place, I find it a little hard to believe that the hidden city is so close. Seriously though, if there's that many people, how is the hidden city still quote-unquote hidden? I find it a little hard to believe that the hidden city is so close. No wonder Leona seemed so surprised. Amelia seems to read my thoughts.
Of course, close is a relative term. We must first traverse some rough terrain and pass through the forest before we find Ember Mist.
Don't fucking do that. Don't read my mind. That bothers me. Hey, I don't care if you're using magic, psychic powers. I don't give a shit. Don't read my goddamn mind. You'll see something you don't want it. She points towards the south, where I can make out the tips of treetops, and then she glances up at the sky.
Considering only a few hours remain before nightfall, it may be in our best interest to spend the evening here in the city and depart in the morning.
Well, I mean, fair. We did sleep past noon. It would probably be best for us to wait until tomorrow to actually search, so... You know, Lana nodding, agreeing with me. That makes sense. We shall begin.
This marketplace is so huge. People say you can literally buy your heart's desires here.
Thanks for interrupting me, Lana. Leanna. I don't care what you want your name to be pronounced as anymore. And dance like shit. Breakdancing is obviously superior, but it's still not the same as the kind of dancing. Yeah, is there something you're thinking of buying? Because I don't have fucking money. How dare you want to buy some...
Nothing in particular, but I would like to check out the stalls. Traders from all over the world gather here to sell their wares.
Okay, so you just want to window shop. Aw, little Pongo. How are you doing, buddy? Glance down at my feet and watch the Pongo wiggle excitedly. He casts hungry looks. Oh. Are you going to play the new Doki Doki Literature Club Plus? I didn't know that there was a Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. But perhaps I will see after I finish this visual novel, if I do. This one's kind of more offhand. You just kind of live through the story more than control it. But I'll play Doki Doki eventually. I glanced at Pongo. Oh, so cute. There's a lot of magic here, guys. I haven't seen. I'm so excited. Since he first tried to eat me. Amelia bends down and scrutinizes him. She pokes him with a finger, and then the Pongo giggles.
Hi, boy.
Pongo? I know what you're thinking, buddy. Don't do it.
I'm going to the inn. I'll meet up with you later.
Yeah, bye. Get out of my sight, Zach. Before any of us can react, Zach slips into the crowd. Thank you for listening. Finally, he does it. Should we go after him? We should just leave him, right? Amelia doesn't even blink at Zach's departure. She's too preoccupied with my Pongo. The fucking bitch trying to steal. Why are all these goddamn women trying to steal my Pongo? She's too preoccupied with the Pongo. Leanna shakes her head.
No, but since Zach left, I'm going to go too. Should we meet back up at the inn?
Sure. Yeah, why not? She nods and heads into the crowd. Since everyone else seems to know what they want to do, what I want to do. What do I want to do? Fuck it. I'm gonna just go on an adventure, see what's happening, figure shit out. I'm ready for a little bit of me time. Finally, a bit of time to fucking just live alone. Not being involved with magic, waifus, or guy with gun who shoot me. I hold grudge. Long time. I head into the crowds and appreciate all the marketplace has to offer. After exploring the city, I meet up with the rest of the group back at the inn. Okay, that didn't take long. Tensions are high as we eat in silence, as usual broken families do. We're not a family, so this doesn't matter much. I think everyone is a mixture of wariness and anxiety for the next leg of our journey, whereas I'm just excited to be one step closer to going the fuck home. I'm tired of sleeping on a straw bed with a straw mattress. Not a straw mattress, a straw pillow. Shit don't be comfy, man. And the Pongo is strangely, even the Pongo, my poor baby Pongo boy, is silent and obedient. Quite strange, in fact. Once we finish eating, we head upstairs to find our rooms. Upon finding her room, Leona suddenly perks up.
Oh, Amelia, you and I will be sharing a room tonight.
Oh god. Amelia speaks dismissively.
Naturally, that would be more appropriate than the alternative.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to fucking sleep in the same room as this bitch. She probably casts fireballs in her sleep. And look, she pauses and looks at Leona with interest.
Are you insinuating that you would rather share a bedroom with them?
Huh? What's happening? Amelia points to Zach and me.
What? No, of course not.
Good. I'm glad. Stay the fuck away from me when I'm sleeping. All I ask a few things in life. Unless I ask you to come towards me when I'm sleeping. Do not touch me. Do not approach me. Do not speak to me. I will not respond, and I will probably attack you if you touch me when I'm sleeping.
Oh, my mistake. Of course you could not have met both of them. There aren't nearly enough beds.
I mean, she's going to watch.
Meant him.
What? Amelia points to me. What? Hold on a second. We fucking danced once, and I thought we were just hanging out, chilling, bro. Bro, you fucked up. You know, Leona's face turns pink, and she shakes her head. Like, bitch, the fuck? I was showing off my dancing skills, and your ass was like, no, that's not how you dance. And it was like, here, let's slow dance. Fucking dumb. Catch me.
Amelia, that's not true.
If that is false, then why is your face red?
I don't know, Amelia. Maybe she has a fever. Maybe she got dumb bitch syndrome.
The point is, I'd obviously rather share a room with you.
That doesn't look so true. You're very much pouty, but I'll just brush past that. Amelia blinks.
If that is the case, then why even bring it up?
Because I'm excited.
Well,
it'll be nice to have some girl time.
fair, I guess. At least she doesn't have to bother me with this shit. Amelia studies Leona, then nods.
I concur. Sharing a room has proven to strengthen bonds amidst peers and foster camaraderie.
Can you stop? Please, just chill out. You don't have to be so fancy.
You mean make friends?
Precisely.
Leona grins and Amelia smiles back.
Really?
I don't know, Pongo. We all glance down at the Pongo by our feet. Is it my imagination, or is he trying to ask us which room is he going to sleep in tonight? Amelia snatches him up in her arms.
Pongo needs to spend the night with us tonight. We need him for science.
Don't you touch my Pongo. You experiment with my Pongo. I will beat you. As Amelia slips into their bedroom, Leona nods rapidly.
Yes, for science.
No Pongo. Then follows Amelia into the room and slams the door shut. My Pongo! Oh, kill him. There's a moment of silence as Zach and I stare at the closed door.
Is it just me, or did that seem unusually suspicious to you?
Yeah. Pongo. I feel. Is he really that special to them, bro? He's my Pongo. For some reason, I feel like I missed out by not securing the Pongo.
More like we dodged a
Shaking
blast.
your head. Do you mean bullet?
Bullet?
Well, yeah, I guess idioms really don't translate well when you use magic instead of fucking gun. Fuck's sake, a gun is more potent than magic most times. You see, magic usually has a bit of a slow moving time. Bullet go bang and you're dead. And never mind. don't pay attention to me, Zach. I'm just talking about how a gun is more effective than a fucking blaster. That is besides the point. Still baffled by what happened, Zach and I enter our room and get ready for bed. As I cry myself to sleep, realizing they took my goddamn Pongo. Although the train was more comfortable than I expected, it cannot compare to a real bed. Even if that bed is made out of straw and countless pricks probably have stabbed me. But that's besides the point. As I snuggle into the blankets, I soon drift into a restful slumber. And since that was a very short day, I'm going to be doing at least 2 this stream. Zach and I awaken at dawn and silently go about preparing for the day. As I grab a few items off my bed, I look over at Zach, who's fiddling with his quote-unquote gun. Blaster, I'd call it. Fucking Nerf-sponsored PC blaster. That guy sure gives his discharger a lot of attention. That's good, Zach. Morning, brother. I feel like giving up on my grudge. You only shot me the one time. And you haven't really done much besides that, besides be just a
I'm heading
general.
down. Meet me there when you're ready.
Okay, just interrupt it like that. Sure, alright. I'll be down there. Like I planned. Zach shoulders his pack and leaves. Fucking prick. It's probably the quietest morning I've had since coming to this fucking world. To be honest, most of this world just kind of, you know, really loud. A lot of people, surprisingly, or like really eventful days. It's kind of strange for it being so quiet. Pack up the last of my things and go downstairs, quote unquote following Zach, where I find him waiting alone. So, where are the other two? Zach shrugs.
Still getting ready, I guess.
Okay. Well, they still have my Pongo. Fuck. My Pongo? Where's my Pongo? Also, it's kind of unusual. That is usually, generally, first person up, no matter what. We wait a couple more minutes before the girls finally show up, carrying the Pongo with them. Millie smiles widely as the Pongo who grins back. Those two seem to be in a good mood. Thank the Lord. Rihanna, on the other hand, looks exhausted. What happened last night? What the fuck? Fucking. She masks a yawn.
Morning.
What the fuck? Why are you still tired? Did you not sleep or something? What's wrong with you? You look exhausted. Anna glances at Amelia and the Pongo, then blushes.
As per our last conversation, there was science to be done.
Now hold on a second.
Right. Science.
Y'all fuck? Is that what I'm hearing? Why was Pongo involved in this? This is some bullshit.
Boy, boy.
Zach just looks bewildered. Just like me, in fact, actually. I think I might be better off not knowing what happened, but the curiosity really wants to get the better of me. But alright, I won't push for any more information.
We should move on so we don't lose any daylight.
You might be right for once. Zach looks over at Amelia, who rummages through her bag. Eventually, she pulls out a map. A glance at the carefully detailed mountains and rivers. Looks hand-drawn. Suddenly, I'm missing my GPS, which I was able to use at any time when my phone had charge.
We will proceed eastward through the forest adjacent to Bazada. From there, we will travel northbound towards the Sonoma Mountains.
Northbound on I-50, alright. Finger scrolls past a lot of different locations.
Assuming there are no divergences in the course, we should arrive in Ember Mist by midday. Any inquiries?
I'm just gonna follow you. I'm not gonna remember those directions, so yeah. Amelia folds the map and glances at the rest of us. We all look at each other. Quietly.
And let us begin our journey.
Never mind. Not quite. Is this coffee cooled down enough, I wonder? Oh. She leads the way out of the inn and through the streets of Basada. Even this early in the morning, the marketplace is still bustling with people. Carefully traversing the streets and alleys, the crowd begins to thin as we reach the city borders, as it usually does. Amelia consults her map and then continues out of the city. I'm following her, hoping that she really does know how to read a map that I'd assume she made. Without the high cover of the walls, I blink at the clear blue sky in the distance. I can see the dark leafy cover of trees. That must be where we're going. Otherwise, I'm very confused at where we're going. Once we reach the forest, I'm surprised by how much shade the leaves provide, almost as if I've never been in a fucking forest before. This isn't even actually that much shade, bro. Florida cloud cover causes more shade than this. The branches are strong and the leaves are thick, exposing pockets of sunshine absolutely everywhere. Amelia keeps the map on hand and there are no trails. You know? Besides from a few other stragglers exploring the woods, I can hear the scurry of woodland animals. Also, why am I getting Discord notifications right now? I should not be having that. Just mute the channels for now. Okay. With so much cover and so few people, this would be the perfect opportunity for a bandit ambush. A second one would be quite strange, though, because as I look towards Zach and Liana, who both seem unconcerned, I suppose it would make sense for bandits to hide out in a forest. It wouldn't make sense, rather, not would, for bandits to hide out in a forest with mostly no people at all. We aren't carrying any cargo either, so there's even less of a reason for bandits to attack us. Which makes me think, why would they attack us in the first place back when we met Zach? Wait, no, they were attacking Zach and we joined in. Never mind. The deeper we travel into the woods, the thicker the canopy of leaves become, nearly blocking out all the sunlight. All the other people have long gone, and even the rustle of bushes have become quiet. And funny part is, only thing I hear is the birds. It's okay, Pongo. The Pongo nestles even deeper into Amelia's arms. You traitorous bastard. Pongo. We were supposed to defeat the simps, not become them. Leona shivers and then wraps her arms around herself in a hug. Hey, you good? Fucking scared or something? You fucking pussy? Pussy? Little pussy bitch? Little piss baby? She seems startled and drops her arms, trying to act normal.
I'm fine.
No. You know, I'm from Earth, and, if you ever hear a woman say, I'm fine, it usually means the opposite, generally. Leona blinks and then lets out a small laugh.
It's nothing, really. It's just that the woods are getting darker and darker, and there's a lot more shadows.
So you're afraid of the dark? Like, shadows in the dark. Have you never gone on like a night walk? Just walking around the neighborhood at night, just chilling, chillaxing. Chilling with the homies, if you will. Leona shakes her head. It's a shame. Night walks are really relaxing. Kind of fun, too. No cars on the road. Just walk across the whole goddamn thing.
Nothing like that.
Really?
But really, you don't have to be concerned. It's nothing.
I mean, I guess if you say so. Not convinced, but can't do nothing about it. She's not willing to tell me, right? Alright. Okay, I'll believe you for now. Force continues to block out even more light. Soon it becomes so dark that we can barely see what's in front of us.
Are you sure we're going the right way?
Amelia pulls a torch out of her bag in response. She touches her fingers to the tip of the torch and her bracelet glows. Then the torch erupts into flames along with the surrounding forest. Crazy
Indeed,
bitch.
There's no need for alarm. The darkness merely indicates we're about to enter the Forest of Sorrows.
Shit looks like the fucking... Bro, girl, you fucking burnt down the forest.
Forest of Sorrows?
What's so special about that? What? Forest of Sorrows, huh? Surprised by Leona's outburst, her face is suddenly pale.
Do we have to go through here? There must be an alternate route.
What? Amelia shakes her head.
Ember Mist can only be accessed through these woods.
If it makes you want to go around, then that's probably a good place to put a town. Or at least a secure base. Leona groans.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
So this is what was bothering her. These woods, these forests of sorrows? I mean, it's spooky, but it's not that bad.
It is rumored that those who venture into the Forest of Sorrows never come out.
Sure they just don't enjoy it? Just don't like it? Sure? Well, why would they never come out? She nods. I guess
The reason people
just
are
don't.
unable to escape is because they hear the voices of the loved ones they have lost. They fruitlessly search for their loved ones, losing their way, chasing the wailing of the spectrals.
Well, it's a good thing that I've lost very few loved ones.
No! Amelia, stop! We can travel through this stupid place if we have to, but no more of this story stuff that isn't true and can't be true, so it's not true.
She's reached the stage of denial. Although Leona tries to put on a brave front, her voice grows shriller and the longer that she talks. Yeah, right. Okay. You know? Amelia nods at me, staring blankly,
And let us
terrified.
continue.
Okay. So we shall. I turn to Zach. Hey, what you think about this Forest of Sorrows crap? You think it's possible?
It doesn't matter if I think it's possible, because it's the truth.
Damn, I didn't take you for.
Zach! Stop!
Didn't take you for the kind of paranormal type, Zach. That smirk. As Leona turns away, Zach corrects a fleeting smile before resuming his stony stare. That smile, Zach. You summon a bitch. You're slowly gaining existence. The trees have now lost their cozy feel completely and look thick, old, and withered. Even burnt. The eerie silence is deafening, and the crunch of leaves beneath our feet reminds me of the inevitability of death and decay, like a certain black and white spiral always does. I keep seeing flashes of beady eyes peering amid the branches. The squawk of crows pierces the silence, making me jump. Instinctively, I pick up the pace, as does everybody else. Even though I know logically that, nothing's actually out there, besides maybe a few dead wolves, because there's nothing in here to eat. Leona grows increasingly agitated. This entire place was probably just burnt down by some mage practicing fire magic in the wrong place.
Are you sure we're going the right way? I swear that I've seen that.
A cold gust of wind extinguishes the torch, suddenly making it pitch black. Well, fucking, why are you grabbing onto me? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing that? You scared me now. I couldn't see, you jumped onto me, could have fucking broke your face. Leona latches onto my arm and pulls it close to her chest. Her eyes are squeezed shut, and she buries her face against me. Fucking, aren't you supposed to be a mage knight? Scared of the dark? Oh, pussy bitch, little crybaby bunting. The light returns as Amelia relights the torch. Leona peeps an eye open and glances down at my arm. Damn, bro, I'm kind of ripped. Not like seriously ripped, but kind of, just a little bit. Also, isn't that my elbow? Either that's like pudge from her grabbing my arm, or it's a really strange bicep. Either way. Her cheek burns hot as the torch. Her cheeks burn as hot as the torch, and she quickly drops my arm.
Sorry,
She trails off as her blush deepens. I bet her nerves from the force and the awkwardness of grabbing me is making her quite frustrated. You know, it's still not very nice of you to just try and jump scare me like that. Grabbing onto me is not a good idea in the darkness. She might be more comfortable holding on to me, but that's an equally awkward... Wait, what? What? Oh, no. She chose to let go. That's on her. If she wanted to keep holding my fucking arm, then she should have asked if she could. No worries. Just fucking keep going. I feel like I missed some dialogue, though. Menu? Config? Not config. Alright. Oh, there it is. Sorry. She might be more comfortable holding on to me, but that's an equally awkward suggestion. Ah, didn't. I'm just brain dead. She nods.
right.
Yeah. Zach waits impatiently a few paces ahead of us, trying his best to ignore us. Yeah,
Affirmative.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, let's go. We all hurry to catch up with Zach and continue through the forest. No wonder people get lost. This place feels like it's fucking endless. Just the same trees over and over again. Like, how do you actually map this place out? Gradually, the darkness fades away as the trees are illuminated by an ethereal glow. As the blue and green light chases away the shadows, my mood begins to lift a bit. The trees all still look ancient, but they're full of wisdom and secrets instead of bad omens and demons, like my usual trees. The pongo squirms wildly in Amelia's arm. He wriggles free and hops around in glee. As he hops, he opens his mouth wide, but loses his balance and blinks as he falls on his head. Poor little pongo boy. Boy? Huh? What? After a few more confused seconds, he shakes himself and tries again. There must be a lot of fucking magic here, I guess.
We've made it through the Forest of Sorrows.
I can see that, yeah. Significant change in scenery. Leona sighs in relief.
Finally.
How could you not tell before? The demons weren't touching your shoulder anymore?
So Ember Mist is close.
A natural concentration of crystal energy would indicate we are on the correct path.
If that's what you're going by, then I don't know if I should trust you. The crystals must be what that blue and green glow is from, though, so...
What do you mean, on the correct path? Haven't you traveled here before?
That's actually, yeah. Why are you going by that? What? What? You're taking us to a place that you've never been before yourself, and the only map you have is that? How do you know that that's accurate?
No, this is my first journey.
You mean you had us travel through the Forest of Sorrows without knowing for sure that it would lead us to Ember Mist?
That is correct.
I want to fight you now. Amelia? Throw hands. No magic, just throwing hands. Also, I'm gonna assume that her two types of magic she can use are fire and either air or ice. Because of colors. Maybe earth, but I doubt earth. Leona gasps, gapes at Amelia.
Well, we did make it through. And if we do reach Ember
Bringing
Mist,
us.
then she would have delivered on her promise.
Bringing us straight through a haunted forest just to find some hidden city so that I could get home. At least you could make good on her promise, Zach. Smart man. Zach nods at Amelia, who looks curiously at him. While deep in thought, it looks like she's reworking a previous analysis of him. Almost like he isn't a complete and utter buffoon. Leona opens her mouth to argue, but stops.
I suppose it doesn't matter now that we're almost there.
Yeah, it really
On that
doesn't.
conclusion, let us continue.
But I still want to fight. I just want to fight. I don't really care what I'm fighting. I just want to kill. Sometimes, you know, it's a good way to let out the rage. We trail behind Amelia, the pongo blissfully hopping along, my little friend, as she navigates us out of the rest of the forest. Ember Mist lies just beyond the edge of the forest, as we soon approach the heavy gates of the city. I don't see gates nor two tanned men with leather armor and carved wood staves inlaid with rough crystals on guard. I see neither of those things. Their staves are crossed and the light seems to shiver as it catches the negative space between the staves. Is that magic?
Please state your business.
I'll fucking kill you. Yeah, out of the way. I'm trying to go home.
As students from the Mage Academy, we seek an audience with Elder Isim.
Oh, is that what we're here for? Wait, oh yeah, he's the guy who can help me fucking return home out of this cursed world of magic and demons. They look us over and I shift uncomfortably under their gaze. Their blank eyes seem to burrow deep into my soul. They close their eyes and red crystals inlaid in their staves glow. The translucent glimmers increase. After a few minutes, they reopen their eyes, yet remain silent. I glance at Leona, who looks back at me. I whisper, "Yo, alien, are they gonna let us in? We gonna get in? She shakes her head uncertainly. Zack crosses his arms, but otherwise doesn't seem bothered by the situation. Amelia stands confidently and waits patiently. I guess things are going according to plan. At least hers. Just when I can no longer bear the silence, I figure steps out from just behind the gates. He's an old squirrely type of man with a set of glasses which slip down his hooked nose. He wears a faded and wrinkled open robe.
Elder Isom.
Yes?
Oh.
Who is it?
I am Amelia Stahl from the Mage Academy, and these are my associates.
What's good, old man?
Mage Academy, you say?
Yeah, the future is now. And as you can see, it's from the Mage Academy. He adjusts the glasses on his nose and peers at Amelia.
Yes.
Yes, what? Okay. One by one, he peers at the rest of us. He barely glances at Zack, but looks at Liana with interest when he recognizes her guild emblem. Finally, his gaze lingers on me, almost as if he's trying to place me, but can't.
Well, go on in then. No parts in standing around.
Oh, good, we got in. The guards break away as he beckons us into the translucent shimmers, and the translucent shimmers disappear. After we pass through the gates, I look back right before the gates close and see the guards resume their original position. Almost as if they're robots and not actually people, and are just standing there following orders programmed into them. Elder Isam shuffles along the dirt path and leads us through the quaint village. The villagers tend to wear plain, loose-fitting tunics. Aside from the guards, most people don't carry weapons, although many of them do wear simple bracelets embedded with crystals, which I assume could be used for casting. We soon arrive at a strangely architecturally stable clay hut. As we enter, I covertly touch the walls. Oh yeah, walls. I love me a good set of walls. It reminds me of unglazed ceramic tile. It's nice. Quite rough. Kinda hurts my feet. My nerves are getting a bit confused by it, but we're fine. We settle down on wide cushions on the floor.
How were you able to find this place?
Through you.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that one. Amelia pulls out a worn tome. Where has she been keeping that this whole fucking time? That thing's huge, my guy.
Old research. I thought I'd lost this.
No, you just left it, I'm assuming, at the Mage College. As Elder Assam carefully turns the pages of the tome, Liana clears her throat.
We were told you can help us.
By whom?
Professor Xavier.
Yeah, the brother of Juggernaut. Elder Assam lets out a loud laugh.
Xavier is a professor now. Good for him. I've been out of touch with Haven God and Lumia for many years. I'm not sure how I can help.
Well, we're not here to talk about either of those, so... Should be fine, old man, as long as you tell me how I can get home. Yo, what's good, Lime? My guy, it's been kind of quiet this stream, but welcome. Liana fills him on all the things that happened so far, beginning with the spiked energy readings and the ending with Professor Xavier's advice. Not bothering to say how our journey went over here. She keeps the story simple and straight to the point, carefully omitting eliminating the fact that I am not from this world. Elder Som listens thoughtfully, but grows more excited the longer Leona talks.
The temporal rifts. It's been so long since I really researched them. I'm afraid I've been rather distracted. Still, someone is here hoping to discuss these theories, and I'm more than happy to talk about them.
You know, this old man's on it. He knows what to do. He claps his hands excitedly.
Where should we start?
As I'm about to answer, a deep rumble beneath the earth, a earthquake, if you will, stops me in my tracks. I ask what it was, knowing damn well
Just the volcano. Nothing to worry about.
that it was an earthquake caused by a goddamn volcano? That's not good! I got it all, bro! Volcano go boo! Why a volcano boo? Why a volcano? That's what they said about fucking Pompeii, my guy! Uh-oh, the last time someone said nothing to worry about in regards to a volcano, their entire city was buried in ash. Leona's eyes are wide and aghast. It's not all bad. It was basically all intact when the city was rediscovered thousands of years later. That's fine, right? She doesn't look any less uneasy.
There's no need to look so concerned. The volcano will not erupt. This is the first sign of activity it has shown in thousands of years.
Then we should be even more fucking scared, old man. That's concerning. That's very concerning.
Perhaps any other volcano, but this particular volcano is in the domain of a fire elemental who protects us all.
And what if the fire...
Fire elemental of which you speak. Are you referencing the ancients?
I don't give a shit about the ancients. It doesn't matter. Is this fire elemental on the side of humanity? Is it willing to stop a volcano from erupting to save a few puny lives? Because I don't think a higher being would be willing to do that.
Precisely.
Okay, it's an ancient. And Zach crosses his arms.
The ancients are only a story.
Again, I don't give a shit about the ancients. But who? Who exactly? I don't particularly care. But who are
They
they?
are the elements of Asaria. The magic which we have learned to manipulate are the gifts left behind from the ancients.
So you're saying they're elementals, like the king elementals, pretty much?
That's how the legend goes.
Origins? I don't know what I would call elementals that fucking gave humanity magic.
You are mistaken. They are not a legend.
Then what are they then? If they're real, then that is bullshit. Fucking, they haven't shown themselves, to me at least. I haven't seen a lot though. So if Leona here and Zach say no, then I'll believe them more than you. I don't fucking know you. Leona looks uncertain while Zach scowls in the corner of this
You
circular
still believe
hut.
in those stories?
I believe in the research. An Elder Ism has accumulated plenty of it.
Then where have the elementals been all this time?
That's what I'm fucking saying, man. Zach, boy, you've been on point today. We all return our focus to the
I
Elder.
suppose I do have a few theories on that as well. But the elements are a lot trickier than temporal rifts.
They're trickier than you, why?
The story of the ancients is so old it predates our understanding of crystals and spheres. That's why most societies have forgotten about them and brushed them off as a legend.
So, what you're saying is that... Oh, shit. What you're saying is the chances of them actually being actually being real is quite low because it's very difficult to research them, and most people consider them a legend because they don't actually fucking appear anymore. Alright.
The people in this village, though, have not forgotten. When I arrived, I was purely focused on finding the fire temple for research purposes.
The fire temple. Am I gonna learn firebending or something? What the fuck is this?
No wonder I stayed and all my focus strayed from the temporal rifts to the ancients themselves.
Okay. Guess that's fair, but what exactly?
You believe that the cause of those random energy spikes are the result of temporal rifts. Perhaps that is the link to the return of the elementals to Assyria.
Oh. Huh. I mean, but have they actually been seen returning? So, what does that mean exactly, though? Like, they're returning? He shakes his head.
It's hard to say. We don't know why they left in the first place. My guess is that something is keeping them occupied in the spirit world. Perhaps whatever that is was set free by the rifts.
There's a fucking spirit world? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But why is a fucking spirit world? And you just casually drop that. What? Amelia hangs on to Elder Som's every word. Lana absent-mindedly fiddles with her manipulator, deep in thought. Only Zack seems skeptical of this conversation. Sounds really freaking complicated and not something that can be solved in a few hours. We need to get back on track here. How do I get home? To get back to the original topic offhand, because it's just going way offhand. Now there's some
The temporal rifts, yes.
Yeah. How will go about creating one?
Well, that will be difficult. You'll need an incredible amount of energy.
Okay.
More than any one human can create. The only places with that much concentration of energy is in the temples of the elementals.
Oh, I see how this is now linked. So there was one in the village.
The fire temple is here in Ember Mist.
Ah, Ember Fire. I see. Great. Well, we'll be needing to see that. My body grows warm as hope floods through my veins. This is good. I finally have a way
To be
home.
more precise, it's on the outskirts of a village, built on the side of the volcano, but it's not a far walk.
That's good to hear, you know. But on the side of the volcano.
And that's where we need
I
to
don't
go.
want to get Pompeyed, man. That's some bullshit. Liana pushes herself to her feet, and the rest of us do the same as Elder Som rises, his face falls.
So soon. I was hoping we'd have a longer chance to chat.
No.
I have so many questions about Lumia and the Academy.
Don't
As you can
talk.
imagine, one does not get a lot of news of the outside world here.
If you talk, then you won't hear the end of it. Maybe when we come back, old man.
Yes, of course. Well, you best be on your way then.
Elder Isam, it was truly an honor to meet you.
Besides this, if she wasn't smiling, I would assume she's about to yell at me. Amelia's cheeks flush as Elder Som grins. She must really respect him in that moment. I realize just how small and dainty she looks. I sometimes forget how young she is compared to the rest of us. We all say our goodbyes and then exit the hut, walking along this path. Volcano. Once again, we scan the horizon, trying to orient ourselves towards the volcano.
Excuse me.
What? Who? What? Fucking who? God damn, you're pale. Gonna go blind? I whirl around and come face to face with a woman wearing just enough fabric to cover her essentials and pretty much nothing more. Her long brown hair is tied up in a ponytail which falls down her neck and frames her ample chest. Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Before I have a chance to speak, Zack asks a question on everyone's mind.
Who are you?
Zack steps in front of Amelia, who frowns and steps away. I guess he's taking this bodyguarding business really seriously. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about my life. Liana holds herself stiffly ready to move if necessary. The woman salutes.
Car Noir, treasure hunter extraordinaire.
Okay. Zach narrows his eyes.
What do you want with us?
Thanks, Zach. That was going to be the next question.
Well, I couldn't help but overhear that you're interested in the fire temple.
You were eavesdropping on the Elder's hut.
How did you hear us when we were inside?
She taps her nose
I
knowingly.
have very sensitive hearing.
Then why did you tap your fucking nose? Why? Why not tap your
I fail
ears?
to understand how our interests are of
Or
relevance
point
to
your
you.
ears? She's
I
got
was
a
just
point.
getting to that.
Why are you looking at me now? I'm not talking to
You
you.
see, I've come to offer an extension of friendship.
Friendship. Friendship usually doesn't end well in isekai, so both Leona and Zach reason.
Or at least an extension of mutual benefit.
Okay, that one sounds more reasonable. Proceed.
It's true that the villagers maintain the fire temple, but from what I've discovered, they are unaware of the temple's secret passage.
Indiana
If you're
Jones.
interested in the energy of the temple, I can guarantee that's where you'll find it.
I mean, that sounds pretty logical. If there's a secret tunnel and they haven't unearthed the energy, it would be
If the
there.
villagers don't know about the secret passage, how did you find it? It's all a part of the treasure hunting gig. You have to be looking for it to find it.
If you are what you say you are, then that would make sense. At least a little bit. Kara winks and gives us a thumbs up.
The best part is that I've already disarmed or made a note of most of the traps in there.
Why don't you just fucking disarm all of them, man? Put a board over the tiles that are pressure plates? They're traps. Why are there traps, though? Now that I think about it, why would they trap this sacred temple?
The temples are a sanctuary for the elementals, but any place that is easily accessible is sure to attract all types. There are measures set in place to protect the spirit from those who wish to harm it.
How would you stop somebody who has the knowledge and willpower to harm an elemental? Alright, okay, think about this. We're talking about something that is raw magic. Something that can breathe fucking fireballs out of its face like it's not a fucking 3rd level spell slot. Right? They're casting this shit's like cantrips. And you're expecting me to believe that some fucking dart traps are gonna stop some guy who can kill that.
Like I said, I've disarmed most of the traps, but not all.
Just gotta brush
There is
past.
one magical barrier at the end of the tunnel which I've not yet been able to pass. I don't have magic, but you do.
So you're gonna use us. She gestures to Leon and Amelia.
If you can magic that barrier away, then that's at least one step closer to finding your energy.
Zach crosses his arms and glares at Kara.
How does that benefit you?
Thank you, Zach. The man of logic himself. She
All I'm
grins.
interested in are the artifacts and relics. From the sounds of it, you guys are more interested in something else. Hence, mutually beneficial.
We'll see once we're in.
So, what do you think?
We'll see. I look at the rest of my group. Wordlessly, we huddle closer together and start whispering about various things. I don't really trust her. I don't know if we can trust her, but because like she conveniently overheard our freaking conversation. Like those were ceramic walls, right? You're not just gonna easily hear through that shit, even through the window. Like you'd have to be paying attention.
Like I said, I happen to have very keen hearing.
I will fucking end you. I glance sharply at her and she winks at me. Ow?
I must concede that I am impressed by her resourcefulness. It is plainly evident that she is not a native to Embermist, which means she somehow discerned the location on her own.
I mean, yeah, fair point. Leona looks thoughtful.
As a treasure hunter, her tracking skills could come in handy in the future.
Are we just building a D&D party at this point? We all stare at Zach. He shrugs.
Do what you want.
As long as you can take her head off if she moves wrong, man, I'll trust her. Alright? Sounds like a yes as well, so... Zach doesn't respond. He just fixes his steely gaze onto me, thinking about taking my head off instead.
So, does this mean we're agreed to join up with Kara?
I guess so, yeah. We all nod in unison, practically. The Pongo sits in the middle of a circle and blinks happily. Oh, little Poggy, oh, little Pongo go. Where do you even go when you're hiding, little buddy?
Let's go tell
I don't
Kara.
understand Pongo. Fucking boinging. Straight jiggle business. We turn around and Gar stands right behind Leona, her face only inches away. Leona lets out a startled gasp. Gee, what is she? Some kind of freaking ninja? Quiet? Wait. Those kunai. That's knives. Is that a katana? But then what? Wait. Oh. Those aren't connected to those, are they? What the fuck?
All right, this will be fun.
I mean, yeah. If you consider fun
Wait, we didn't
going
give you our
through
answer
a
yet.
rigged tomb
Oh, sorry.
temple. She steps back and gestures for Leona to continue. Leona speaks awkwardly. I guess she feels a little silly saying what Kara. I'm gonna do that a lot, aren't I? Saying what Kara somehow already knows.
Well, we decided to take you up on your
Hearing which Kara nods.
Excellent. Since we're going to be working together, first things first. You all know my name, but I don't know yours. I'm Leanna. Mage Knight from the guild.
She nods, realizing that her manipulator gives away she's a mage knight and she has a badge somewhere. I can't see
I
it.
am Amelia Estelle, a mage caster from the Mage Academy.
The prodigy herself. Kara
A
blinks.
student to become a mage caster? But you look just like a teenager.
Amelia cocks her head to the
It is
side.
natural that my physical appearance would represent my age.
She looks at Amelia with
That is
respect.
pretty impressive.
You know, it is a prodigy level student standing in front of you, so don't get too impressed yet.
Who's next?
She looks at Zach, her
Zach.
body. Yeah, that's more than I expected. Mercy is quite literally a paraplegic, apparently. She chuckles.
Very clearly a mercenary.
Yeah, he's her bodyguard, you see. He was gonna cut your head off if you made any sudden movements with his gun. I'm Tim. Don't worry about me though. I have a knife. Her green eyes study me, and although she's very clearly examining me, I don't feel uncomfortable for some reason.
Now that that's out of the way.
Hey, Pongo. Don't go, little buddy. Gar steps back and views the Pongo by my feet.
Pongo! How cute!
Don't you touch my goddamn Pongo. She reaches down and pats him on the head. He beams at her touch.
And what's your name?
You goddamn saint. She glances at the rest of us, but none of us make a move to answer.
Is he not a part of your group?
He is.
He is.
Kinda.
Sort of.
We can't get rid of him, actually.
And you haven't named him yet?
Well, fuck you. Leona and I shuffle uncomfortably. Zach remains unchanged because he's not attached to my little Pongo brother. And Amelia frowns.
A Pongo is a wild creature.
Don't you talk shit about Pongo. I'm gonna have to kill some women, aren't I? Kara straightens and pats Amelia on the head, much to her dismay.
If you say so. Okay, are we ready to get going?
We murmur our assent to the, and then Kara leads us out of the city. As we walk, another ominous rumble sends butterflies to my stomach. Can't shake off this feeling that we're literally walking into a volcano. I glance at the others who seem unfazed. I guess it's just me who's bothered by the fact that this is a volcano and the earth is shaking while it is volcanic. Pushing my insecurities down, I silently follow the group towards the temple. You know, letting into peer pressure. Just as Elder Isam noted, the temple is a short walk out of the village on a well-worn dirt path. The road is mostly empty, with only one or two travelers coming back towards the village. The temple is an open structure with a roaring fire in the middle of the grand hall. Also, if there are adventurers coming back, how is this the hidden city? Also, Kara found it, which means she didn't use a map to get here. At least not the map that was made by Elder Isam. Holy fiery hell! High columns with flames carved into them hold up the building. Adorning the stone walls are beautiful tiled mosaics. There's one wall with some strange symbols scratched into them. They're very faded and I have to squint to make them out. But from what I can make out, 4 symbols surrounding a darkness in a square. With a line of fire enclosing the perimeter, trapping the darkness. Wonder what that is, huh? Well, you guys know. Amelia glances over, then peers at the carving.
Those symbols represent each of the magical elements.
Oh. She points to each one
There's
of them.
fire, water, earth, and wind.
Ah. Are we gonna have to go to each element's temple? Because that's what I'm assuming, right? She points to the center.
And that is shadow.
Are we gonna have to go to a shadow temple? Never considered shadow an element before, honestly, though. Like, if you really think about it, shadow's kind of the absence of, I would consider fire? Because I guess fire would be light? Or is there a light element?
It is one of the elemental magics.
Okay. Kara, Zach, and Liana have already moved on, so the rest of us hustle up and catch them. Besides us, the only other people in the temple are the monks who care for it. They're doing a great job, honestly. I'm surprised those fires are always lit, yet there's no soot anywhere. They're dressed in woven red robes in the same open and loose style as the villagers from Embermist. Quietly, they shuffle back and forth, sweeping the floor or relighting any of the smaller fires which have burned low. See, they're doing a good job. Right, Pongo? Pongo looks around in wonder and reverence. At the sight of the giant flame, he squeaks and hops up on me, claiming a spot on my shoulder. His rightful king, I am. Kara bows down briefly before the large flame and then leads us to the back of the chamber and stops in front of an empty wall.
We're here.
Secret passage? Right? Kara might be a little out there per se, but I don't get the impression she's fucking retarded. Dumb? Are you dumb? Stupid or dumb? There must be more to the wall, right? Is there a mechanism hidden behind somewhere? Trigger's doorway? His eyes glitter. Oh! Wait, I'm right? Oh, I'm right for the first time in this world. With her eyes gaze fixed on us, Kara pushes on a brick and a segment of the wall pushes in and swings open. You would think with all the monks around constantly cleaning and relighting fires, they would eventually pushed on that brick while cleaning and it would have opened that, but I'm not gonna argue. She waves at the opening and with a flourish. Alright, that's fucking, you know, I don't understand how you knew which brick to push in.
It usually depends, but in this case, there's one brick that sticks out slightly more than the others. If you weren't looking for it, you won't see it.
If that's all it takes, alright. She heads through the opening and pushes the wall closed behind us. Then she leads us down a winding stone staircase which ends at the beginning of a narrow passage. And I don't understand how I'm able to see. We file in behind her as she carefully picks her way down the hall. Oh, that's how I can see. Wait, why are those lit? It's a very plain stone hallway with wall scones lighting the way. I look down at my feet and notice a brick with an X marked on it. I'm gonna not step on that. X does not mark this spot. Kara said that she came in and marked traps, so I'ma just avoid that. I have a feeling the X didn't make its way onto the brick by itself, and I better not touch it. Gingerly, I step around the brick. A few feet away, I spot another X. Anyone seeing a random X's? Kara glances back.
I should hope so. I left those there so as not to set off the same traps again.
Ah, good thinking. That makes sense, actually, yeah. We resume walking. The deeper we travel, the more X's I noticed. Wow, there's more trap bricks than there are regular bricks. It's kind of a waste of trap bricks. Should have just made a hallway of them. Just fill the entire fucking hall. Zach pauses in front of a corridor where the walls are converted in X's.
Why are there so many X's on this wall?
Kara looks down the same passageway.
Oh, it's a two-part trap.
What? She points to a stone on the ground with the same X marking.
Basically, if you step on the ground stone, it triggers thick bars to shoot out from all the X's in the wall and block the path.
Huh. That doesn't sound that bad.
Only if you know how to limbo. The bars have something keeping them hot and will burn you if you touch it.
I see. It's much worse, actually.
And you were able to cross that?
Kara
I am
winks.
very limber.
These two would make a good couple, yeah. I'm not even gonna say no to that. Zach looks at Kara with interest. Amelia looks between Zach and Kara.
Based on the dilation of Zach's pupils, it appears that Kara's flexibility is attractive to him.
Zach is taken aback.
I was just thinking that it's a useful skill set to have.
Zach, you don't have to hide it, bro. I know you're a stoic, but my guy, sometimes you just gotta let loose. Chill out. Talk about your problems every now and then. Only to the boys. Only to the boys. Kara has a mischievous glint in her eyes, and it's quite terrifying for anyone that it faces towards.
Useful skill set to have. In what context?
A frown sets its place upon Zach's
For scouting
face.
and navigating, you've done a thorough job mapping this place out and marking the traps.
Leona looks amused.
Zach, was that a compliment?
Damn, bro. He glares at Leona.
An observation.
Well, it's still a complimentary observation. Kara smiles and playfully.
Then thank you for the observation.
Zack falls back into silence as he usually does before turning away. I think that's the most I've ever heard him talk in such a short time period, honestly. He doesn't talk much. I kind of like that. You know, I don't like having to speak, usually. Unless it's in a stream or something like that. We continue through the tunnels. Eventually, he stops in front of another wall of fire in the middle of the hall.
The barrier's here.
Ah, she gestures at the swirling metallic wall behind the well. The way that it glitters is as it wisps and curls almost like a fire. Leona and Amelia step closer and inch their hands in front of them before gingerly touching the barrier.
It's surprisingly solid for something that looks so gaseous. Maybe there's some wind magic interwoven with whatever other magic is here.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Pongo, hopping toward... Pongo begins hopping forward with the stars in his eyes. Pongo wants to eat that wall. Dashes straight for the barrier.
Pongo, wait!
I try to catch him. I try to stop him. I really do, but... Pongo, no, buddy! I'll jump into the firewall! Instead of running into a wall, the Pongo passes straight through and heads out of sight. No, but Pongo! I land heavily against the barrier. Did he make it to the other side, or was he burned alive by the weird magic twisty flame thing? No. Oh no. My legs grow weak at the thought of him dying, and I slide down the barrier a little. No! Pongo! I bang on the obstruction. Give him back! Give back my fucking Pongo! Oh! Pongo! Blue head pops out of the barrier. What? Pongo, you alright? He hops the rest of the way out. Pongo. Oh, then he leaps into my arms. You were fucking dead? What's the other side like, buddy? Bounces up and down in my arms. Amelia places both her hands back on the barrier while Leona holds out her manipulator.
Whatever is beyond this wall hosts a plethora of energy.
Okay, good to know. So that's why Pongo ran after her. That makes sense.
My manipulator confirms that. No wonder the Pongo ran in there.
Zack continues to hang back and observe, but Kara steps closer to the barrier.
But how did he even pass through?
I don't know. Maybe humans can't pass through? Leona shrugs. Amelia continues studying the wall, moving her hands up and down.
I do not recognize this magic.
What? She frowns, deeply disturbed.
Is there anything you can do to break it? Let's see.
Leona and Amelia both put their hands on the barrier, their manipulators glowing. They each transmit pulses of magic, which disperse across the surface in a shimmering wave, gradually dispersing as they pass. I think they're trying to create some kind of stress fracture in the wall. After a few tries, though, Leona sighs in frustration, then steps back.
Amelia, stand back.
She wordlessly obeys. Leona gathers energy at her gauntlet and strikes the barrier with an empowered strike. Suddenly, the golden lettering forms on the barrier. Absolve your worlds into mine. What the fuck does that mean? No one answers, though Amelia steps forward and focuses on the wall. Well of flickering flame.
If I am interpreting this message correctly, we must part with our most precious possession, our world, and throw it in the fire.
Not the world! Leona nods thoughtfully.
Kind of like we're freeing ourselves.
But I don't have any of my shit. My PC's not in this world. Kara's face drains of color and clutches at her pack.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We stand around awkwardly until Leona clears her throat.
If that's what we need to do, then it seems easy enough. I'll go first.
Easy? Sacrificing your most loved possession? Oh, no. Yeah. For you, I'm going first. Fuck you. This is how I get home. We're doing this for me. If we're gonna die, I'm gonna die first, alright? Leona blinks, but I step up to the fire before she can object. My waifu? I have several questions. But, hold on. I'm gonna... First of all, do that. My wife? Unfortunately, I do not have a waifu at this time. I look over at Leona, who blinks when she meets my gaze. Yet. What? Huh? No, I'm not putting the Pongo in there, no matter what. My wallet. I fish in my pockets and grab my wallet. My entire identity is in here. My license, student ID, and credit cards. Thought of parting with it makes my chest hurt a bit, although they're all replaceable, I just simply don't want to. Reluctantly, I toss it into the fire and watch the flames devour it. Then I steel my resolve and slowly step forward. And just like that, I cross through. I feel a slight tingle of energy and hear the crackle of electricity, but there's a bright light blinding me in my dark room, and I have a flashback of crossing over to Terra. My foot lands on solid ground. I pass through the barrier quite easily unharmed. Ah, my eyes. Gradually, my eyes adjust to the dim light, and I see that I'm in a cozy room with a fire elf whammon. In the middle of the room is a fox who swishes its tail as it observes me. Beside it is a beautiful woman with flaming red hair. Her delicate hand rests atop the fox's head. Is that fox related to Senko is my only question. As I look her over, her gaze lands on me. Who are you? Hold on, I need to do something really quick. It's one of these buttons. There it is. Proceeding forward. Who are you? You just smiled. I'm not sure about that. The woman blinks at me, then smiles silently. For a second, I think I see flames lighting the room flicker and warmth permeates my body. It's pleasant, like some kind of hug or something. I don't know. How one of those in centuries. Not even before I appeared on Terra. Though she holds my gaze, she doesn't speak. How'd you get in here? What are you doing? What you doing here? Again, she remains silent, but this time she takes a step closer.
Who are you talking to?
Zach! Zach! Where the fuck you at? Huh? Zach? Huh? Zach? Zach! Oh, peek behind the woman and see Zach standing with an eyebrow raised and his arms crossed. The rest of my companions pause their inspection of the room and stare at me as well. Like I'm the crazy one. You're the crazy ones! Kara stands beside an altar, and while Amelia and Leona are both kneeling by the fox. Fox accepts their attention, rhythmically swishing its tail, but otherwise makes no move to respond. Instead, it fixes its attention on me.
Are you talking to the fox?
No, I'm not. Can you not fucking see her? Falls silent as the group casts me with worried gazes.
Who exactly are you seeing?
A woman? red woman, kind of flamey. She's standing right there. But she petting the fox. Leona looks towards the fox, but her eyes glaze right over the woman. She furrows her brows, quite concerned.
Hey.
No. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not crazy. And there's a woman right there. You don't fucking see it. You're oh, cry. Her voice is gentle, like she doesn't want to spook me. None of you guys can see her? The group collectively shakes their heads. I don't know why you guys can't see her, but she's there. I promise.
Hi.
You believe me, right, Pongo? Pongo hops out from behind my legs. He first examines the woman with partial interest and stares in wonder at the fox. Pongo. Fox cocks its head to the side and observes the Pongo. The Pongo perks up and cautiously bounces forward. He pauses right before the fox. The fox's nose wiggles as it sniffs at the Pongo. Oh, so cute. Then it swishes its tail and the Pongo squeaks before running back behind my legs.
Boy.
It's okay, buddy. He was just being happy. Wait, do you see her too?
Boy.
That's a yes. The woman giggles at the Pongo and gently pats his head. He shivers happily at her touch, and then she straightens up and takes a step closer. Her feet don't touch the ground, and her skirt floats ethereally behind her in a magic-y kind of way. Instinctively, I start stepping back. Guys?
What's going on?
She's walking. She's coming closer now. Fucking woman. She pauses once she draws near and touches her palm to my forehead. A pulse of warmth flows through me before I feel like I'm about to explode, and she retracts her hand. As if something inside me just kind of clicked. I feel invigorated, with restored strength even. I feel stronger. I feel. The more translucent the woman becomes. Wait, no. No, she's gone. The woman's gone. Pongo stares at me with renewed interest. It reminds me of that same look he gave me when we first met. Licks his lips and, don't you even fucking think about it, Pongo. I know we're friends, but you can't eat me, buddy. You can't eat me entirely. I don't care how much you're gonna pout. You can't eat me. It's just not something friends do. Friends don't eat friends. The Pongo pouts and lets out a sad sigh. Kara waves her hands in front of my face.
Hey, are you okay? You kind of zoned out there for a second.
Don't, woman. Give me a minute, alright? Some kind of fucking ethereal fire goddess just became part of me. But besides that, I think I'm okay.
What happened?
Ethereal fire goddess. But besides that, I'm not sure. I'll be honest.
Where's the woman now?
Inside. She did fucking fusion taints with me. Namekian fusion, actually. She's gone, though. So, yeah. Amelia reacts to my words by playing with her bracelets. She holds her manipulator up to me.
Curious. I may have a theory.
What? What's your theory? What's going on? Huh?
All the energy which had accumulated here has now gathered within you.
You what? I blink as it takes me a minute to register what she had just said. I absorbed the energy? That's not right? It can't be, right?
It is merely a theory.
Okay. We're gonna stick with that, right? Okay. That looks intrigued.
How is that possible?
Well, I don't know either. I felt it, excuse me. The lady touched my forehead. I didn't like it. And then it felt warm and tingly, and now I feel strong and comforted. And she's gone? I think I became one with the fire goddess. Lana's eyes widen.
I wouldn't phrase it like that.
It's not the witch. She didn't fucking rape me, alright? Or molest me, or any of that, alright? She just touched me. She fucking put her palm to my forehead, and it felt warm. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. Amelia stares hard at me. What the fuck are you? What are you looking at? I'm walking here, alright? You don't have to stare like that. Why are you looking at me?
I'm merely anticipating the imminent reaction.
Imminent reaction? What reaction? Am I gonna explode?
The high concentration of energy you just absorbed. The human body was not meant to process such large quantities of energy.
So I'm gonna explode?
At least, that has certainly been the trend with someone from Terra.
Please tell me I'm not gonna explode. Mila's gaze bores into me as she emphasizes the word Terra. Then she looks back down at her manipulator.
Although, 2 minutes have passed, and there seems to be no
2
sign
minutes?
of an adverse reaction.
What does the sound? Why does she sound so disappointed? Suddenly, Kara squeals and gingerly picks up a rusty coin out of the remains of a leather satchel.
This is a genuine Vestin coin.
What? Zach glances at the coin and folds his arm, clearly unimpressed.
How much could a rusted out dated coin be worth?
About a few hundred gold pieces.
Oh, yeah, Zach's demeanor. I mean, his brain went, oh, gold? Hundreds? Bruh. And he immediately realized that's just
You
fucking
don't
stopped.
say.
Kara smoothly pockets the satchel as Zach covertly searches the room. As Kara finishes up her inspection of the room, Leona looks around to
Well, since
herself.
we found what we came for, we should head back.
I think we found what we came for. I mean, to fuse with a fire goddess or something. Kara nods and leads the way out. As we leave the room, we notice the fire, which had previously glowed in front of the barrier, is now gone, but all of our items are still intact, so that's a plus. I get to keep my fucking identity. Hey, nothing was burned in here, guys. I have my credit cards. I don't have to order new ones.
Curious. Then it can be assumed that the purpose of this trial was not to destroy our possessions, but to test our willingness to sacrifice.
Ah. Kara happily scoops out her coin purse.
I'm not complaining.
Your coin purse is your most treasured possession in this fucking world? I mean, you are kind of money grubby, so I guess that's... It does seem right. Then smiles in relief as she reaches in and quickly collects what looks like a ring attached to a thin chain.
Let's keep going.
Wait, was Lana fucking married to... Or was that like her mother's ring or something? Is her mom dead? Probably. The rest of us snatch up our items and continue back out of the corridor. The trek out of the temple is a lot faster and easier than the trek in. Mostly because there was no more obstacles to stop us, including the traps, like the dart traps and the rolling barrels. We pop out of the same hidden wall in which we entered. Just as before, the main ceremonial hall is empty. We wave goodbye to the couple of monks sweeping the entryway and then walk the way back to the village. Bus. So, I'm fucking wham. You, Pinky Pastel. I'll approach you casually. Approach the child. So what? You had a theory you mentioned in the temple about the woman, the one that did a fucking Namekian fusion with me. What was your theory? She glances at me.
Given the location and circumstances previously described by Elder Issam, my estimation is that the unknown woman you encountered was a projected image of the fire elemental. Of course, as I could not observe her myself, I cannot be certain.
Are you saying the elementals are hot? Just hot, colored women? Do you think that's why she wouldn't talk back? And also, bro, when I'm clapping, this girl is like 16, my guy. Not yet, at least. I want to fucking get out of this world, first of all. Also, why wouldn't she just show up in person?
The amount of energy needed to sustain just an appearance of the elemental would have drained the temple completely. There would have been no energy left for her to give to you.
Ah. Makes sense. Is that why she disappeared?
The depletion of energy in the temple would have meant she'd no longer be sustained in this world.
Does that mean I killed her? Is she dead? Amelia looks thoughtful.
Although, it is quite unusual that she would
dead?
have you absorb the energy to begin with.
Maybe it's because I'm the only one who can absorb it without go boom. I see though. Yeah. I wonder if she would. That explains why she was so hot, I'll say. Amelia looks at me curiously.
I assume, as the elemental of fire, it would only be appropriate that her being is imbued with the essence of her element.
Yeah, she certainly was.
Naturally, that must mean her touch was hotter than average.
It's quite warm. Certainly got the blood rushing. I've never felt warmth such. She stares straight at me.
I do not. Please elaborate.
No. It's kind of awkward. I'm just not gonna. Just when she touched me, suddenly all that energy rushed in. Definitely got adrenaline go. You know, besides the whole fire goddess thing. I'm not calling them elementals. Fuck that. There's fire goddess.
Yes. I suppose that would happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It did. Trust me. She looks strangely thoughtful.
Still, it is quite perplexing that she would only reveal herself to you.
Maybe it's because your guys just fucking tear and suck. Maybe Earthlings are where it's at. Not just me though. The Pongo saw her too. Pretty sure. He didn't really make it clear. You know, he doesn't exactly know English. But he was seeing one of them, either the fox or the fire goddess.
The guardian.
The guardian? What? Huh? What?
The fox would be the guardian of the fire temple. Each temple has its own guardian who protects it.
Are we gonna have to fight guardians? So how come the guardian didn't fucking kill us? You know, we broke into the temple.
We did not break in. The guardian enforces the trial in the temple. Only those who are able to complete the trials are welcome into the temple.
So what you're saying is we should always do the trial. Okay, the magic fire would put our stuff in, right? Yeah, okay. She nodded, still deep in thought. I think that's a yes. You still trying to figure out why no one else could see the elemental? It's just another nod. Any theories?
No, I do not have one. But perhaps after some further research.
Research on what? These things are so fucking rare that you can't even see them half the time. Her voice trails off as she falls back into a deep thought. Ask Kara who the Vestins were. Yeah. Fallen step of Kara. Hey, you said something about Vestins? A coin worth like
They were
hundreds
the
of
original
gold?
tribe of Ember Mist, and the initial keepers of the fire temple.
Oh. That explains why their money would be here. So, did they build it? Kara
It
shrugs.
depends on who you ask. Some experts believe they did. Others think the temple was already there by the time the Vestins came about.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm a bit curious though. How the hell did you get into treasure hunting? She pauses just a little too long before flashing me her usual cheerful grin.
I just sort of fell into it, honestly. Treasure hunting naturally fit into my nomadic lifestyle.
So, you were already running away from your life, you might as well run towards gold. Where did you learn all this history to even identify relics?
You'd be surprised how much you pick up along the way, especially after you realize what a lucrative business this can be.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not even gonna lie. Because, like, if you don't know that something's expensive, you're not gonna really care about it. But if you don't know whether or not it's expensive, I don't fucking know. So you're just in it for the money, then?
I didn't say that.
That's a fucking
I'll admit
lie,
that
and you
at
know
first
it.
I was just in it for the money. But the more I learned about the ancient people of Azaria, the more invested I became in the history of each relic I found.
Are all these temples in Azaria, or are we gonna have to travel across the world, by the
I
way?
started to find myself daydreaming about who might have used the items I found. What
That's
kind
not
of
what I
person were
asked.
they? Did they cherish this item, or was it just another piece of their ever-growing collection of stuff?
So you're a historian. It seems kind of cool, I guess. But, like, I've never thought about like that exactly, but maybe if I had, I would have paid more attention in history. That doesn't matter. I passed the class. I got the credit for that. It's fine. Kara looks at me
Are you a
strangely.
treasure hunter too?
No. No, definitely
But
not.
you sought out experts dedicated to history?
No, I didn't seek him out. Hell, I wanted out of there, to be honest. I didn't want anything to do with that. But it was kind of useful to realize when I'm making a mistake that repeats history. Something like that, though. You know, makes me see. It was less me seeking out and more of a requirement, to be honest. It's kind of weird. Kara looks skeptical, but she doesn't pry. Kara, Zack, and Amelia lead the way back to Embermist while I lag behind. Pongo sits on my head, happy. Anna notices my absence and falls into step with me. She pats the Pongo, who ignores her, still too focused on the energy around me. Anna pouts and then shakes away the Pongo's disregardance of her and focuses her attention on me. Fool!
Something on your mind?
No, but this Pongo's on my head. I drop my voice low so the others can't hear me. Hey, now that I've collected energy from the temple, does that mean I can create a temporal rift? Go home? Right? I can do that? Kara stops and then whirls around to face us. Zack and Amelia stop with her.
Pardon me, you were speaking very softly and it was a little hard to hear, but it sounded like you just said you need to open a temporal rift to go back home? But that can't be right, can it?
Gee, fucking, could you... This woman got some supersonic hearing, some Superman-style syndrome ears. Glance at Liana, who looks alarmed. Yeah, about that. I'm all from this world. Kind of something like that. You know, Misakai got hit by a truck when I was sleeping in a library. Probably. Kara's smile falters at my hesitance, but Amelia looks excited.
I knew it. My hypothesis is correct.
Oh shit, yeah, you didn't know about that.
Hypothesis? What hypothesis? My hypothesis that he is from a parallel world.
You guys have that theory here. Parallel worlds, many worlds, whatever. Lana's eyebrows grow wide, and she forces a panicked smile.
I think all this parallel world and temporal rift talk has been getting to you. I mean, Elder Isum said it's impossible. He has already admitted it.
What? Lana and I have been careful not to say anything, right? When?
The day of our acquaintance.
When? What? I rack my brain, but genuinely, I can't think of anything. Honestly.
You sought out Professor Xavier's guidance, and after he imparted his advice, you and Leanna had a brief discussion in which you mentioned that what he had suggested was exactly what happened to you.
All y'all motherfuckers eavesdrop. There's some
Thus began
privacy.
my hypothesis that you arrived from a parallel world.
Can people get privacy? Like, can I talk to people in private these days, bro? Everybody eavesdropping and shit, bro. Leona looks at me, unsure how to react. I mean, what's up with all these does nobody understand the word privacy around here? I got a problem with eavesdropping, like, Jesus.
It's not eavesdropping if you're speaking loud enough for me to hear.
We were whispering, you fucking...
Do not change the subject at hand.
I'll cut you. Leona sighs.
She already knows.
Yeah, fucking...
Not
No.
from Terra, huh?
Shut up, Zach. Zach looks me up and down and nods to himself. Bro, stop
It's a
checking
lot
me out.
better
It's
than the
kind of sus.
alternative.
What's the alternative?
That you might be unique.
You calling me gay? Bro, don't make me fuck you. It's kind of sus.
Zach!
You calling me sus, bro? I'll fucking cut you. Don't make me. He
You
shrugs.
didn't even know what a discharger was.
Oh no, he was calling me retarded. Oh, okay. Much. You know. Yeah. That would make more sense than gay. Why would he call me gay? The fuck?
At least if he's from another world, that explains why he didn't know these things.
I mean, he did look at me. First. Yeah. At least Zach has the right idea. Now. What the fuck? Kara looks
How did he
skeptical.
get here?
I
There have been
don't know.
unexplainably high concentrations of energy popping up throughout Isaria, and he happened to show up at one of those areas. We went to the Mage Academy to get some answers.
She's saying.
That's how we came up with the possibility that the high energy readings were temporal rifts, and somehow he had traveled through one. Why or how those rifts were even opened, we still don't know.
What she said. But, you know, if they're the only way for me to get back home, then I gotta try to open one. I need air conditioning. You don't understand what sweaty ball syndrome does to a man at night.
Let's just make sure you attempt to open one far away from where I'm standing.
How about I open one on top of you? It sucks you into like a black hole, and I stay in this world, away from you.
That might be tricky considering no one knows how to open one. We may need to talk to Elder Issa.
So I'm gonna have to learn how to do something that no one has ever done
It won't
before.
be necessary. I know how to do so already.
What? What? How do you know? What?
The directions are located in Elder Issam's old research notes, which I had gathered from the Academy. The spell itself is a simple conjuration, which even an amateur could do.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do magic at all. But like an amateur could open a temporary rift? That doesn't seem right. I'll be honest, that really don't seem right.
The
Amateurs.
possibility of the spell comes from the fact that the human body cannot manipulate the amount of energy needed for it.
Huh. And, she pauses and points it to
He
me.
may be an exception.
Okay. I mean, it did just absorb a fire goddess. Non-consensually, but that's besides the point. Squirm lightly as their gazes all fall onto
Given
me.
that you have absorbed energy directly from the temple, which should also be an impossibility, I must assume that there is something within you which can possess the high amount of magic without suffering consequences.
Meaning, something made me not go boom.
Perhaps it is a skill which you acquired from your world.
Or maybe my world is just built different. You ever think about that? My world doesn't have magic, just so you know.
Regardless, only a short amount of time has passed.
It
There is plenty of time for you to still internally combust.
doesn't surprise you that my world doesn't have magic. Also, fuck you. I'm not gonna go boom. I've decided not to go boom, therefore I no go boom. Although, say that, a sudden wave of unease makes my stomach a good bit queasy. Maybe I should, open up the rift before I go boom. Mila grins with excitement.
I concur with that suggestion.
I don't like that you're trying to...
Maybe the best now that you have the magic.
I like that you're trying to egg me on to this. Zach shrugs and Kara takes a look at our open surroundings.
Maybe we should first look for a spot with a bit more cover. We don't want to be opening up rifts on an open pathway.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be walking down a path and just a fucking portal to another world opens. Oh, Mercy says I got some more info on YouTube stuff if you want to talk about it. Yeah, later though. Right now, I'm gonna go until I finish this day in-game day, and then, you know. But yeah, let's find a path, point off the path. Let's get the fuck off the path. Speaking of, actually, can we not
some tree cover towards the west?
Can we not speak about my origin story on the path? Thanks, Zach, for recognizing that. We mumble our affirmations and follow Zach towards the trees. We settle into the grove of trees. Both Leona and Amelia stand on either side of me. Zach selects a tree far enough away to not be affected by any stray magic, but close enough to get a good view of what's going on. Kara, on the other hand, hangs back towards the outskirts of the trees. Zach looks back at her, an amused smile on his lips. Somehow I'm still able to see this.
You'll miss the show from back there.
And hear
Sure
this.
You don't want to come any closer?
Kara's voice is distant, but very simple. There's a bit of movement as she takes another step back behind a tree. You good? Yeah, you sure you're okay?
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just keeping watch.
She doesn't have anything magic, does she? Make sure no one accidentally stumbles upon us.
Something like that.
Don't die. I hope I don't. Amelia studies the notes, then nods to herself and snaps the book shut.
The casting is quite simple. It is the same technique as any other cast.
You see, there's a problem here. Leona looks at me.
Are you ready?
No. Wait, why am I nodding? No, I've never casted before. I don't know the procedures for these things. Isn't magic, like, incredibly fucking dangerous? Couldn't I kill myself? Amelia glances at my stance, then
Your
frowns.
stance is incorrect. Straighten your spine.
Oh god, it's banned all over again. I lengthen my spine and stand as straight as I can.
Now you are too tense. Keep yourself relaxed, but do not slump.
Okay. I see what's going on here. Or at least some of my tension in my back. She's about to speak again, but Leona gently pulls Amelia to the side.
Okay, I think he gets it.
I mean, a little bit? I still don't know how to cast, though. Can someone help me with that? She steps in front of me and gives me an encouraging
Your stance
smile.
is fine. Just remember to raise your arms in front of you.
Is that it? I just gotta raise my arms? That's it? That's all I gotta do? I do as she says, and she nods.
Now the actual casting part is gonna sound tricky. You'll need to focus your mind on the spell you want to cast.
So, I need to think about temporal rifts,
Yes,
right?
but you need
What?
to connect that thought with the magical energy.
So, what?
Clear your mind of every thought.
So, do the zone out. I close my eyes and push away all of my doubts and confusion and focus on Leona's voice.
Now, think about the rift that you wish to create.
It's Stargate. Stargate. I want to make a Stargate. Imagine tearing a hole in the fabric of reality. I don't actually know what a rift would look like or feel like. All I remember is the bright light. Should I focus on that light?
At the same time, sense for the magic within you.
The magic within me. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I try to sense for any magic. I don't feel nothing. How do I know where the magic exactly is?
It'll feel like a tendril or willing warmth. When you find it, reach out for it and grab hold. The magic is
Like
eager
a
to be
tentacle.
used and will latch on.
You know, I'm just gonna do what she says, to be honest. Like, if I can get home doing this shit, it's abstract, but if I can do it, I just have to focus. I turn within and regulate my breathing. This sounds very similar to meditation, so perhaps using the same technique will yield success. As my breathing becomes slow and steady, I open my senses up for any indication of another presence.
Once you find the magic, connect your thoughts of the rift with the magic, and then channel both the magic and the thoughts through your hands to cast it in the open.
Seems... Alright. I'll try. I continue sensing, hoping to find even a hint of warmth, but now, how do I know if it's just my own warmth or the magic? What kind of bullshit is this? Sweat beads on my temples as I strain to cast, but nothing happens. Eventually, my arms grow weary and my mind is exhausted. I decompress, falling to the ground, hitting my head on a rock, dying instantaneously, and sigh. It didn't work.
It's okay, we can try again. People aren't usually able to cast on their first try.
I mean, I'm mentally grown, not verbally, as I don't want to get yelled at. The idea of doing all that, again, does not exactly thrill me. There must still be something I'm missing, right?
It just takes some getting used to. Plus, you're trying to cast without a manipulator.
That's a good point, actually. Both you and Amelia use manipulators to cast. Maybe I need one? I might need one to cast.
Well, the manipulator's function is to house the energy source for us to cast with.
Oh.
Technically, because you already have the energy within you, you shouldn't need a manipulator.
Okay, that...
But this is all theory anyway. It may be easier trying to cast using a crystal, especially for a first-time caster.
Okay, what kind of crystal? We talk
Regardless,
quartz?
there could be a multitude of factors for why this attempt was not successful. One for which could be as simple as the fact that you still do not possess enough energy to open the rift.
Shouldn't the temple have had enough, though?
Theoretically, perhaps. But a significant portion of the energy was already being used to sustain the elemental's image. She was able to transfer what was left of the energy to you, which from my readings was only 20% of the total energy in the temple when we started.
Huh. So... Okay, I'm just rolling with it at this point. Suddenly, Kara is standing right beside us, as cheerful as ever.
That sounds like you all still need to explore some more temples.
God damn it. I jump at her presence, unexpecting of her being there, and even Liana and Amelia seem surprised to see her so close. Even Zach is the only one not affected by it. How'd you get there so fast? That's my own question. She grins at me.
Am I wrong?
That's not what I asked. That's not a proper response to what I asked. The Pongo jumps out of Kara's arms and hops into mine. Hey, buddy. It's good to see ya. Pat him on the head and he wiggles contentedly, licking the hair around.
So it could be that he doesn't know how to cast, or that he doesn't have enough energy.
Sure, but what does that mean for you all in terms of next steps? Are you going to hang out in Ember Mist until he...
It could take him weeks with the simplest of spells. That is quite a long time to rely on someone else's...
For simple spell... What?
It sounds like it would still be in your best interest to visit at least one more temple just to be sure you have enough energy. You can teach him how to cast on the way, so by the time he gets there, he'll be ready to go.
So, okay. I'd say that Kara has the right idea there. Liana looks thoughtful.
Does seem like the better option than the alternative.
Honestly, I'd rather go to another temple, because I doubt opening a temporal rift is something 20% of a goddess can do. If it's the fastest way to get me back home, then I'm not opposed to having all of our bases covered, but still, it's a bit annoying. Amelia nods.
That is the most efficient course of action. If we can mitigate any uncertain factors, Then we can pinpoint where the weakness is and adjust accordingly for a successful cast. The research this will provide will be very informative.
Hearing Amelia's affirmations, Zach
Since I'm here to
shrugs.
protect Amelia, I go where she goes.
I mean, you're getting paid, so I don't hear any arguments, so. Kara smiles broadly and slings her arms around Zach and Amelia, much to their dismay.
Great. Then our arrangement is still on.
Sounds about right. Zach, don't complain. Zach moves out of Kara's grasp. She
Most
smirks.
men would be thrilled to have a pretty woman hug them. Right, Amelia?
That is correct. A healthy physique is inherently attractive for potential mates.
Amelia, you're very strange about the whole scientific way of speaking. Kara lets go and starts to lead the way out of the
We should
forest.
spend the night in Umber Mist. We can plan our next steps there.
I'm getting kind of tired. We should let this go. Just kind of chill out in Ember Mist for tonight. Be a good idea. Once we are in agreement, we follow Kara back to Ember Mist. Upon arriving, we head to the inn.
We can spend the night here. I'll meet you back down in the
This
lobby in a
is
few minutes.
one shitty inn. Back in the lobby. This is the only fucking room. Okay, though, I guess. She ventures upstairs while we secure 2 rooms with the innkeeper. As we receive our keys, Amelia excuses
I wish to
herself.
seek an audience with Elderism and continue our discussion. I would be remiss to let such an opportunity pass.
If you want to, then go ahead. Seems like a pretty alright guy, but keep in mind that I'm not from here. A secret, though. Keep that in mind, that I'm not from here. Is a secret. Keep it in mind.
Yes, that is something in which we are in agreement.
Good. Thank you. Okay. That's all I need to say to you. She nods and leaves the inn. The decor of the inn is very similar to Eller Isim's hut. Pillows and rugs line the ground as a few people sit cross-legged in front of the fire. A few tables line the other side of the lobby, all of which are empty. In fact, aside from a couple of people chatting by the fire, this place is actually quite empty. Once I sit down, I feel fatigue pass over me, but I try to shake it off. Guess I don't see too many visitors here, huh?
For a city that's supposed to be so secret, that's not surprising.
You're right.
It's more surprising that they have an inn.
Shit, I didn't think about that. You know? You got a point, though. Definitely got a point. I nod and stifle a small yawn. We sit at a table as Zach orders us dinner. After a few minutes, Kara returns.
Where's Amelia?
She left. I went to speak to the elder. She nods quietly, not caring really. My eyes droop and I'm stifling yawns every few minutes. My limbs feel like leaded weights. It's taking all of my effort just to sit up straight. It's very difficult, after all. After I let out a wide yawn, Leona glances over at me.
Maybe you should go to bed. We're winding down anyway, so it'd be a good idea to get some rest.
I just need coffee. I don't need the rest. Wait, I haven't seen coffee in this world. I'm gonna nod and just go to sleep. That sounds really good, actually. Yeah, no coffee? Sleep. I guess absorbing all that energy really takes it out of you, huh? You know? Sometimes absorbing enough energy to make somebody go boom this makes you tired. Leona smiles at my
It
joke.
would seem so.
I'm surprised that you actually enjoyed that quote-unquote joke. Regardless, I'm grateful for the excuse to leave. I trot upstairs and fumble with the key before opening the door. Then I fall onto one of the twin cots and pass out as soon as my head hits the pillow. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the stream. Oh, I am tired in real life, so I'm going to really quickly put you on this screen. If you stayed the whole way through, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did not leave a like or subscribe, feel free to. It would make me very happy. And with all that said, I hope you all have a very nice day. Goodbye.